The Song of Songs, or the Song of Solomon. This beautiful poem celebrates romantic and physical love. Introduction to the Song of Songs. An intoxicating love. A poem about love the way it's meant to be. Many waters cannot quench love, rivers cannot wash it away. According to chapter 8, verse 7. Snap the radio on, zip to any station, and what are you likely to hear? Love songs. Songs of new love. Songs of disappointed love. Songs of grateful love. Songs of crazy love. Times change, but through history, the flow of love songs is a constant. Plenty of people are shocked to find an explicit love song in the Bible, complete with erotic lyrics. But Song of Songs is exactly that. It shows no embarrassment about lovers enjoying each other's bodies and talking about it. Consequently, intermittent attempts have been made to rule Song of Songs out of the Bible or to make it for adults only. In 16th century Spain, for instance, Professor Fray Luis de Leon was dragged out of his classroom and imprisoned for 4 years. His crime? He translated the Song of Songs into Spanish. Allegorical interpretation. More often, the Song of Songs has been read as though it had nothing to do with lovers at all. Many have interpreted it as an allegory of love between God and His people. Some of these interpretations identify every poetic detail with some corresponding facet of our relationship to God. For instance, the bride's hair may be interpreted as non-Jewish nations who come to Christ. The famous Saint Bernard of Clairvaux, using this allegorical approach, wrote 86 sermons on the first 2 chapters of Song of Songs. Nowadays, few follow that kind of interpretation. Most scholars believe that the poem was intended to celebrate love between a newly married couple. God values love between a man and a woman. That's why He placed this song in His Holy Bible. It may have been sung first at a wedding. True love. These lovers love to look at each other. They love to tell each other what they feel. They revel in the sensuous, the beauty of nature, the scent of perfumes and spices. They're openly erotic. Their intoxication with love sounds quite up to date, not so different from what you hear on the radio. Yet, Song of Songs conveys a very different atmosphere from most modern love songs. The explicit lyrics never become even slightly dirty. This love comes from the Garden of Eden, when both man and woman were naked and unashamed. It is tender, filled with delight, natural. You sense no shame or guilt. You feel that God is with the two as they love. The lovers act as equals. Both woman and man take the initiative in praising each other. They don't flirt or play games. They say what they mean. Yet, they show caution and dignity in their love. While at the peak of joy, the lovers repeatedly warn others not to stir up love prematurely. According to chapter 2, verse 7, chapter 3, verse 5, and chapter 8, verse 4. They recognize the dangerously explosive side of love. For love is as strong as death, its jealousy and yielding as the grave. It burns like a blazing fire, like a mighty flame. According to chapter 8, verse 6. How to read the Song of Songs. Since love songs are always popular, many people approach Song of Songs with great expectations. However, readers often find the book different from the way they had expected. Two main problems may hinder today's reader. One is a poetic imagery. The modern lover would say, "Your hair is like a flock of goats." Refer to chapter 4, verse 1. Or, "Your nose is like the tower of Lebanon," according to chapter 7, verse 4. While some images in Song of Songs appeal, to quote, "His banner over me is love," according to chapter 2, verse 4. Or, "Love is as strong as death," according to chapter 8, verse 6. The majority of the book's metaphors sound strange to our ears. Most of the comparisons aren't visual, but emotional. For instance, when the lover tells his beloved that your two breasts are like two fawns, he isn't saying that her breasts look like deer. He is saying that they bring out the same tender feelings baby deer do. When you read strange-sounding metaphors in Song of Songs, don't ask, "What did these things?" The pomegranates, myrrh, a flock of sheep look like. But ask, what did the lovers feel when they thought of them? A second problem. Song of Songs is hard to follow. One part doesn't seem connected to the next. Think of it as a series of photos, or couple in love. Photos not necessarily in order. Put together in one photo album, they show the profound feelings of newly married lovers. The Song of Songs is primarily about love on the human level. Many Christians and Jews have read it as a book about God's love. This is probably not the author's original intent, but it is a legitimate and inspiring way to look at the book. After all, God made human love, and other parts of the Bible suggest its similarity to God's love. See Hosea chapter 1 to 3, or chapters 1 to 3, and Ephesians chapter 5, verses 22 to 33. Song of Songs never makes this connection, but it does present a love so rich, so full, so unashamed, that it's natural to think of God and His love for us. As usual, we have both plans 1 and 2 for our reading plan for the Song of Songs. Okay? It applies to all the other books in the Bible. Okay, for plan 1, we have an overview of the Song of Songs in one day. So day 1, read the introduction to Song of Songs, just like what we've just done, and then proceed to chapter 2, a beautiful love poem. Plan 2, all of Song of Songs in 8 days. So from chapter 1 to chapter 8, 1 chapter a day. Alright?